Hello and welcome back to the Hedge. I'm your host, Hogfather John. Hello and welcome back to the Hedge. I'm your host, Hogfather John, and this is another exciting episode of John Plays Minecraft Hardcore. I screwed up my intro, and I haven't done it in nearly 2 weeks. Yeah, I wasn't on. I didn't stream last week or yesterday. I got absorbed into Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have finished it now. I went from having a 20-hour save to an 134-hour save. So yeah, yeah. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh yeah, we're going to fight. Um, just copious amounts of withers. In an attempt to. Oh my! I forgot how loud this game was. Luckily for me, I have a knob on my. No. I have a dial on my headphones, which lets me adjust things like this. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's why I haven't been streaming. And I haven't been uploading my streams either, which is something I'm kind of upset about. I have all them all ready to go, but I haven't been uploading them. I don't know why. Okay, we are ready to go, basically. So let's just go and start. Let's just go and start grinding for wither skeleton skulls. I'm only going to be going for about an hour today, because grinding for wither skeleton skulls just isn't really that much fun in my opinion. And I feel like it's an opinion I'm not alone in. So fire resistance and night vision. Let's go. First we'll look down these tunnels. We do have enough arrows. More than enough arrows for now. We don't have any blocks, but the blocks are easy enough to get. And there's our first wither skeleton. No skull though. But yeah, that you basically just saw what this entire like hour of streaming is gonna come down to. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, if you couldn't tell, I was playing it when I named this series. I'd gone through a couple of names by this point, and then Odyssey was just... I was playing Assassin's Creed, and I was like, I need a name. So I went, you know what, this is going to be Odyssey. Because I'd gone through a few names at this point. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was actually pretty good. I know some people don't like the RPG games, but they're alright. I've definitely played worse video games. Okay, let's have a look in here. No wither skeletons. So, I'm just basically only talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey today. Because it's what I've been doing, it's what's on my mind. Excuse me, could you not? But yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It had a lot of grindy bits, which I wasn't overly fond of. But that's just Ubisoft game design at this point, where they'll pad out their game with just honestly too much content. Like I'd happily accept a smaller game with just tighter design. And that's not to say what game that I did get was bad. Like it was relatively good combat. I enjoyed, like, I didn't hate the combat. I enjoyed it. I feel like the assassin play style became a bit just. It was really, really good in the beginning. And then it got bad real quick. To the point where if you didn't have like the overpower assassinate ability, the critical stab, yeah, why were you playing in that play style? The gear set's like an interesting way of doing things. I'm not. I've never really been a massive loot guy, which is surprising to some people considering I'm a consummate MMO player. But it's just like I like pretty gear. But it's like, I prefer just like the Final Fantasy XIV way of doing it, where it's just like, oh, I can go through its entire dungeon, get the gear, and move on with my life. Rather than the, like the classic WoW model of, okay, so you have like 15 dungeons available to you right now, and you need to get some gear for each of them to be viable at your level, which, don't get me wrong, I love classic WoW. But even in things we love, we have to have, like, things we don't like. It's like, if we can't be critical of the things we like, then we obviously don't like them very much. We're just saying we do. Night vision, official value distance. But, yeah, it was fun. Like, graphically, it was beautiful. I really did enjoy, while it was disjointed, I enjoyed, like, the family storyline. I feel like, the family storyline and the Cult of Cosmos storyline should have been interwoven a bit better, rather than just having the Cult of Cosmos exist as just another side activity. Especially since they've introduced a canon way that the game goes. Like, Ezio's story of, like, revenge for his family is so much more compelling because we're there for, like, every step of it and it makes sense from, like, a storytelling standpoint. And then you get the Cult of Cosmos storyline and it's sort of, hey, these are the bad guys of your game. I just feel like they could have made it quite a bit tighter. And that probably would have been for the best. But what do I know? I just play games, I don't make them. What else? What else? What else? So I guess this stream now contains spoilers, I guess, for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a game from what I want to say 7 years ago now. Well, there goes my fire resistance. Anyway, so Kefalonia is like a good, Kefalonia is, I don't want to say it's where the story is best, because it's not, but it does a very, very good, but it's not. It's really not. But it's definitely where the storytelling is tightest. If you know what I mean. Really anything involving Phoebe was really good. Like, she's definitely the character that I liked the most. Because she plays a very pivotal role in the development of the not the Ivor, that's the next game. Of the Cassandra that I was playing as. Because before that I was playing Cassandra as just like this happy-go-lucky, you know, killing their way across the Greek world, slightly hedonistic serial killer. And after Athens and Phoebe's death, I definitely played them as quite a more serious character. Unfortunately, like, the fact that that happens before, after you meet Brasidas, and, you know, all that stuff happens, does put a hamper on my ability. Because I did team up with the Hetere, to avenge those working girls. And that basically locked me out of the best ending for the Parnassus situation, which also locked me out of the best ending for Brasidas. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Just moving things around on my desk quickly. But, yeah, anyway, again, I'm getting ahead of myself. You get to, so you deal with the Cyclops, who is a very good, like, starter villain. Like, I might even take him and use him for, a, like, D&D game. Because he's a very decent, like, villain. Very easy to hate. Let's see, after that, you know, Barnabas is probably my, Barnabas is, probably my favorite character in the game. Just for, like, the relationship he has with Cassandra. I did play as Cassandra, not as Alexios. It's nothing to do with her being, like, the canon character. More to do with her just being the better voice-acted character. sorry to whoever voice acted Alexios. Like, I haven't played much as Alexios. When I first played, I played as Alexios. But then, I started again, and I decided, I've heard the first voice actor, I'll hear the second, and when I catch up story-wise, I'll see what's going on. I'll, choose. And I did end up sticking with Cassandra. Anyway, Megaris, fine. Again, it's like, it was still in tutorial at this point. It's not really until you get to Athens, I'd say. Like, the open world has opened up, but it's not until after you discover the cult of Cosmos that, the game has properly opened up for you. And where am I going? I'm so lost. So I'm just trying to find my way out of this labyrinth I've trapped myself in. This is actually quite concerning. Yes, this is the way back to that initial one. I'm having better luck around here when it comes to wither skeletons than I am there, so... Oh, here goes my night vision again. Let's get that and that on the go. If I had a looting sword, this wouldn't be as painful, but I'm not even really seeing any wither skeletons, which is like, not great. Anyway, Megaris, fine, introduces you to the basics of like destabilizing a region. As a Brit, I don't need to be taught how to destabilize a region of a country that's not mine. It's just something we learn in school. Destabilizing regions for fun and profit. But yeah, met Herodotus. I wasn't a big fan of him. I'm gonna be honest. He didn't really do much. And I've seen online where some people is just like, oh, Cassandra's fat, Cassandra's two dads, Herodotus and Barnabas. And it's like, really not. I didn't see much of that. But Cassandra didn't really need, like, a father figure. Like, she's already a grown-ass woman. When we meet her in game. Oh, there are... Oh, this is not great. This is not particularly good. Okay, there we go. That was close. Okay. There's two of them. Alright, and no... Majigger. Right, you're dead. You're dead. We got to... So you go to, Athens. Following a lead from Herodotus. And, you know, warn people... To warn Pericles, I believe it is. About the cult. Which is, you know... Would be a brilliant idea if anything came from it whatsoever. Which I think is a lot of my frustration with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, is that there's a lot of nothing happening. Like, they could have placed it at the end of the Peloponnesian War, and had it so that... Yeah, they could have had it at the end of the Peloponnesian War, and then had that so that you're... like, ending it. But they chose the beginning, which I understand why they did. I thought I heard... As I was saying, I thought I heard a skeleton. Anyway, a whole bunch of stuff happens in Athens. You kill a cult member, you meet, some playwright, you meet Alcibiades, you meet, Socrates, you know, the big people of Athens. The people in the history books, you meet them in classic Creed fashion. And then you're off to scour the rest of the map. A highlight was meeting Hippocrates, and like being involved in the creation of the Hippocratic Oath. Let's see, what was another high point? Another high point was... meet, well, you got to play as Leonidas at the beginning. I'm just trying to think of story high point. The Plague of Athens was an awful experience, mainly for the death of Phoebe. Like, my heart broke. It's like, not Phoebe! And it is dark again. There's another wither skeleton. There's another one over there. Am I just going so far? I was going so far over it. I just want one skull. Is that too much to ask? I'm out of fire resist pots and I'm out of night vision pots. So I'm just gonna light up this tunnel so I don't have to worry about coming down here anymore. Yeah. So like the individual like the side quests were honestly the best part of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like the Silver Island side quest was really fun. I didn't get the best ending because there was a guy that poisoned one of the principal characters after I spent so much time trying to get them to hook up with another one of the principal characters. And hey, look. Why won't you die? Hello. No magma cream for me. And you are decidedly not the kind of skeleton that I want. Yeah, there's a reason I'm not a games journalist. I ramble too much. The Silver Islands were fun. I think I missed a quest line in the Obsidian Isles, which is supposed to be one of the better ones, but I don't really care. This is by the point that there was only like 1 or 2 zones where I didn't have all of the areas like completely cleared out. And I was just like, ugh. I kind of just want to get this done, get to the DLC, and move on to the next game. That is all of the, I finished all of the Assassin's Creeds, though. I think it's only, the console Assassin's Creed, not the handheld one. And that doesn't include DLC, because I haven't done the Tyranny of King Washington. But that's non-canon anyway, so who gives a damn? Anyway. Back into the dark now. Yeah, we're at 30 minutes. I'm gonna give it 8 more minutes and we'll head back up to the overworld. I'll finish my little review and then I'm gonna sign off. This was mainly just to get so that I have streamed in like the past 2 weeks. Still no skull. Where was I in the whole Assassin's Creed thing? Oh, like side quests. Honestly, the Cult of Cosmos had some like neat side quests attached to it, but they weren't like the best. Like, they weren't like my favorite things in the world. But yeah, the family storyline. If the Cult of Cosmos storyline and the family storyline, the so-called Odyssey storyline, were like wound together a bit tighter, I'd probably have nicer things to say. The family storyline itself was quite good. It had some very emotional moments. The aforementioned Phoebe moment. There was the choice whether you would kill or send off on a quest of redemption. Send Nikolaus on a redemption quest. I went for the golden ending. So on a redemption quest he went. I kept Stentor alive. I got the golden ending, what can I say? Marini lived. Demos lived. Because I was playing as Cassandra, Demos was Alexios. Which was, The voice actor did a really good job at like channeling just like Demos's rage into his voice. It was very good. Like I've gotten to the Andro Silent bit, so I've heard both voice actors be Demos. And honestly, male Demos is my canon Demos. Just like Cassandra is my canon Mistios. It's so dark. I'm so sorry. Like, I can barely see, and I think I'm playing on bright. Well, let's just turn brightness up. Oh, this is just so much better. I understand why I'm not playing on like, bright, though. I know B-Dubs plays with his brightness on like 30. Which I might experiment with. But yeah. I'm trying to spoil as little as possible. For this like 7-year-old game. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, hey, look, there's one. Just hold. I guess if you can make a wither skeleton farm, you can make a coal farm. But anyway, honestly, the best parts of Assassin's Creed were the DLCs. Legacy of the First Blade. I'm not thrilled that they took like one of the things that I really liked in it was the fact that you got to really like roleplay as like either this like pansexual deviant or just like as an asexual yeah, just an asexual super being. Because we are the superior beings. But canonically, Cassandra has had sex with Natakis, and they really kept trying to push that Cassandra was in love with Natakis, which was honestly, the way that I was playing her, she would have been more likely to be in love with Darius, because Darius is at least like a warrior. Not to say that Natakis wasn't, but Natakis was a bit meh. But yeah, the Order is like a nice expansion on the cult, using like those systems. So I didn't really mind it. It was actually more fun. Like if the zones had actually been worked so that you could like hunt down each branch and like one zone would lead into the next, I think I'd be much more happy with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But as is, it's just still no skull. There's an inappropriate joke I could make here, but I'll leave it to your imaginations. On the plus side, I can enchant a sword now. If I can get another diamond, I can make myself a new diamond sword. Unfortunately, I cannot afford a new diamond sword. Alright, one more chance and then we're gone. The Fate of Atlantis DLCs were really the cream of the crop when it came to Assassin's Creed. Like, they were just focused storylines. Yeah, there wasn't really anything in them that didn't just tie into the overarching storyline. It was very well paced, it was very well acted. I liked the Assassin's Creed, the Fate of Atlantis DLCs a lot more than I liked the base game, to be honest. So, in the first DLC, you're in Elysium, Persephone's domain of the underworld, and you help, like, bring an uprising against her. You aid Adonis, who's trying to get to his love, Aphrodite. And that doesn't really go well. I mean, she lets Adonis go at the end, and we send Phoebe there later in the Torment of Hades DLC. So it's still like Paradise. But again, like, all of the side quests, all of the main content, all the side content is just focused on that one thing, which is very tight storytelling, and no, not going back in there. Then you've got Sorry, I'm just done with being in the Nether for today. Like 45 minutes is more than enough time. Plus, I need to make some more fire resist pots and some more. What's it called? Night vision potions. Which this is really what the next few streams are going to be like. Just me rambling about whatever topic. While just playing the game for like an hour. I need another diamond. I might do a strip mining stream, which will basically just me being quiet, probably listening to a video essay on YouTube, but just being live so that if I die, you'll be there to see it. You'll be able to see it. I'll have the clip up. I'll probably like shorten it down. Actually, I won't put those up on YouTube, but I will do them live. That's what I've decided. So let's go and let's go make those potions. So yeah, you lead the rebellion and you get tossed down a hole by Persephone. Which I'll admit isn't like great. We defeat Cerberus and then get shanghaied by Hades into helping him get new guardians for his gates. You meet Brasidas in the underworld because he does die during the family storyline. Rip, King. But you know, I can't really be asked to care. He's like a bit NPC at best. I know that some people have like an OT3 with him, Cassandra, and Daphne of the Daughters of Artemis, which is like, you know, you do you. Not my personal cup of tea, but yeah. Right, awkward potions. This. Put you back. I just want a whole bunch of fire resist pots, and then I'm probably going to do the same thing with these. I need some of this. And now we're going just to bed. After we arrange for this iron golem to die. But yeah, eventually you get all of the, you do some favors for Charon. You know, you get the guardians for the gates, which were Perseus, Agamemnon, Achilles, and Heracles. And he betrays you because Hades is stereotypically betrayed as like a bad guy. I think it's more because he's an Isu than because he's a bad guy, but eh. Let's see, what else happens, what else happens, what else happens? Oh yeah, then Poseidon shows up before we kick in Hades' teeth. And he takes us to Atlantis, which is strange considering... Like, I know they made the Asphodel Fields and Tartarus just parts of Hades and Elysium. Elysium is technically part of Hades, but we'll ignore that for now. But yeah. So we go to Atlantis. The actual Fate of Atlantis part of the Fall of Atlantis DLC for the Fate of Atlantis trilogy is probably the best. I'm not going to say anything that spoils it, but obviously you know what happens to Atlantis. And yeah, then there's the Epilogue DLC. Not much happens in it. I highly suggest you play it if you're interested. It was free. It was a free DLC. But I think that's where I'm going to end today's stream. It was quite short, but I just wanted to have like a little stream, just to get back into the habit of it. Anyway, I will see you around. I have been the Hogfather John. This has been a stream on the Hedge. And remember, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, or how you feel. Anyone and everyone is welcome here at the Hedge. Bye-bye.